Hi guys, welcome back to another review of WandaVision. Now I thought I was gonna get some answers with how the the Fox X Men Quicksilver is here, but it kind of only got a little bit of answers to that. Also, the intro kind of reminded me of Malcolm in the Middle. Maybe it is that. I'm not really sure. It looks like Malcolm in the Middle in a way. Yeah, you're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. I don't know if it was that. It looked like it was, but yeah. And then yeah, I guess in this episode it's Halloween, and that's why they kind of have these comic book costumes on, for Easter egg. You even get to see Quicksilver with his comic book outfit, but it kind of looks a bit funny. Like the way how they do his hair looks more like Wolverine but longer. It's just funny. But yeah, it was good to see the Fox X Men Quicksilver because he's a bit childish. It's good that he still has that about him when he's playing with the kids, which I guess they kind of reference to comic as well, because especially when they get their powers as well. Because yeah, I guess are they like I don't know if they're Scarlet's kids because I don't really know much about them anyway. But maybe in like some comic book storyline, like she had kids and they basically reference to them and their powers and stuff. Kind of in speed or something. Yeah, because when it's Halloween, they're kind of wearing the costumes that they wear in the comics as well. So yeah, there's a lot of references. I've probably missed some of them since I haven't got proper into Marvel comics to know all the references. And yeah, so I guess the Quicksilver thing, I think she actually somehow got the Fox universe Quicksilver, and I don't know if she's done the same thing with the kids as well. Like they're from another multiverse as well. But it sounds like I don't know if the Fox X Men Quicksilver's like in a similar situation as the MCU where he was going to get killed, and I don't know if Scarlet basically saved him. I don't know because there's a scene where you just see Quicksilver all bloody, but it's kind of like the way how the MCU Quicksilver was when he got killed by Ultron, which is still to this day like how did he not dodge them bullets? He's Quicksilver, man. We also get to see the Fox universe, Quicksilver use his powers a few times throughout the episode as well, especially when one of the kids have similar powers, speed powers, yeah. And I think the other kid's more like the mum then, more like Scarlet Witch, because when Vision was in trouble, like he was able to sense it and stuff. But maybe that's a bit different. I don't know, because not even Scarlet could sense that Vision was in trouble, so maybe his powers were a bit different. Oh yeah, and because Vision basically is starting to get really suspicious of this place. He like even gets to a point where we find out that he doesn't even know that he's an Avenger until that neighbor tells him, because like everyone's starting to people who maybe go too far out, they're starting to like freeze and say weird stuff, and then Vision has the ability to make people realize where they are. And when he does that to one of the neighbors, man, she thinks like she's dead because that's probably the first time she's been free since all this happened, like this whole situation. Yeah. And then she notices Vision as an Avenger, but he doesn't know he's an Avenger, so that means he doesn't really have all of his memories and who he actually is. Because the Vision that we know died when Thanos killed him, and this Vision here, he's only alive because of Wanda's magic. So and when he tried to get out, because I was thinking this, like if he tried to get out of this place, this fake world, would he die? Because he's not the proper Vision, and he doesn't even have the memories as well. So of being an Avenger, so and probably of Tony Stark, the one who made him. So yeah, and that kind of does happen. And then when one of Scarlet's kids tells what happens, also there's that moment when Quicksilver just says that he's died before, like it's not like he's gonna die again, and then that's when Scarlet just gets mad and pushes him away, and you can kind of tell that they have different memories because there is a there is a Wanda in the X-Men universe, but we kind of only seen her as a kid and not really grown up. Because in X-Men Days of Future Past, you did get to see her, but yeah, she was much younger. But I think the Pietro in this universe was older as well anyway. But yeah. They just have different like childhood memories which they point out, and it's not really the same Pietro that she knows, like, and that's not really the same Wanda that he knows, but he kind of understands what's going on, and who knows what Wanda's done in the X-Men universe, like, maybe she was a big bad one time. Who knows, because Quicksilver isn't really surprised about this whole thing. It's like he's seen it before, maybe it happened in the X-Men universe, but who knows. We just didn't really get enough answers. I'm still a bit confused about the Quicksilver situation, so I can't really talk much about that now. But yeah, basically Vision's in a situation where he tries to get out. Also, I didn't really talk much about Rambo. Yeah. She basically, doesn't really agree with how all the way things are being done with the person who's in charge. So they basically get kicked out, but then they go rogue to get back in. And then Darcy kind of finds out that something's happening to, Rambo, Monica. Like her cells are changing, which I think she's getting her comic book powers and stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And I wasn't really proper paying attention to her storyline to a point where they separate, like James and Monica separate from Darcy. She kind of stays behind, and then she actually sees Vision coming out of the thing, and she's saying to the people that you should be helping him, but then she gets like chained up. And then when Wanda realizes what's going on to Vision, she kind of expands the whole fake world, and then that turns people into it brings people into the fake world, including Darcy, which I can't imagine how she's going to be acting. Is she going to turn into like two broke girls or something? No, I don't know. That'd be funny if they did that. That's a huge reference going that far. Two broke girls, that'd be funny. I actually want to see that. That'd be funny, man. But yeah. So yeah, basically the things increased now, so it's taken more people. But the guy who wasn't listening to Bamboo, he's able to get away, but he's lost communications with his team. So who knows what he's going to do now? And his goal is definitely going to be to kill Wanda because that's what he wanted to do. Because he thinks that's the only solution. Because Bamboo and James and Darcy are trying to find a different solution, but at this point, that's probably his only solution, unless the others think of something to not kill Wanda. That's pretty much all the episode. I'm not really sure how many minutes this has gone up to, but yeah, there was a lot to talk about, and there's still some stuff I haven't really mentioned that much, but yeah. At this point, that Scarlet Witch is the villain anyway. Like after this episode, well, after the last episode, definitely. Also from that blast, like I don't know if that's what started the change of her, from Rambo getting her powers and stuff. Be another good episode. Definitely the creepiest episode. Oh yeah, that advertisement. Yeah, that was so creepy. The shark and that boy. Yeah, I don't know if that what reference that is to. It's like kind of a yogurt advertisement, and then it just gets really creepy when you see the boy who's trying to eat the yogurt, but he doesn't really have the strength to eat it. Then, then you just see the passage of time. Then he just turns into a skeleton. Like that scene was creepy. The scene when Vision sees all these people who are not moving, just like statues, and then that lady who's doing stuff with the washing, but she's kind of crying at the same time. Like this was definitely a really creepy episode. So definitely have to mention that. But yeah, definitely another solid episode. I can't wait to see where the next episode leads us, and maybe gives us more answers to Quicksilver. Because maybe her kids are also from another universe as well. But yeah, I guess that's my review of WandaVision. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.